Welcome and thank you for coming. Breaking news, Social Security loopholes are closing. I'm your host. My name is Rick Locke. I am the Director of Retirement and Life Planning at Calrima Financial and Insurance Agency, as well as an investment advisor representative. Another way of saying this is that I help people have their retirement money last as long as they do. I'm committed that you experience being well taken care of. Before we dive in, let me share about who we are. We believe in holistic planning. That is, there is so much more in your financial future, more than just managing investments or selling insurance products. Our logo depicts 5 key elements. At the top is income. Number one fear is income, or that of poverty, or running out of money before we die. The second area is that of taxation. What can be done to manage, reduce, or eliminate, in some cases, taxes during retirement or income taxes during retirement. Third is managing health risk, be it Medicare, planning for long-term care, or planning for care of our loved ones. This is the biggest expense we face during retirement. The fourth area is estate planning, legal documents that protect you, your estate, and the assets you leave behind. The fifth and final area is legacy planning. Most people have a knee-jerk response here. They say, my kids will figure it out. Well, hey, the first leg of legacy planning is that of the surviving spouse. Who will that be? Which spouse is that? Excuse me. That person will have roughly the same expenses, a higher tax rate, and less income. As a benefit for you investing the next several minutes, about 15 minutes, in attending our Breaking News Social Security webinar, you will receive a complimentary Social Security strategy session. To schedule your session, call our office and speak with Mary Lee. That number is 408-459-8383. If you have any questions during the webinar, you may email them to me via rick.locke@calrima.com. Let's dive in. That is the question. How will this major change impact you? Let's tell you what we know so far. After that, it'll be clear if you are affected or not. What won't be clear is exactly how you are affected financially. So what loopholes are closing? We're going to talk about that. We're going to discuss some frequently asked questions or review those. We're going to walk through 3 different examples, and then we're going to look at where you can turn for some support. Here's the quick short update. Congress and the administration have agreed to remove 2 key benefits, or what some would call loopholes. The ban on file and suspend will start with the suspension of requests, or with suspension requests submitted 180 days after the enactment of the bill. The ban on filing a restricted application will apply to anyone who turns 62 in 2016 or later. File and suspend, also known as claim now, claim more later, is a strategy that allows the higher wage earner to defer taking benefits. This also allows the lower earning spouse to claim 50% of the higher earning spouse's benefit. Note, this requires that everybody be at full retirement age. There's a new word to learn. It's called deemed. Effectively, what's going on with this process is deemed filing is now being extended through age 70. Deemed used to apply to those who were not yet at full retirement age. It now applies all the way through age 70. How this works is when you file for benefits, you are now required to file both as yourself and for spousal benefits. the Social Security Department will now automatically issue you the higher of those two benefits. How is this all going to affect you? Well, there's a quick filter. If you are under the age of 62 on 12/31/2015, you have few options. If you're older, 62 or older, then we can look at what we can do to support you with these different options and how they affect you. A couple of questions to walk through, some frequently asked questions. Has the bill been signed into law yet? Yes. As of yesterday, Monday, November 2nd, 2015, it was signed into law. What are the effective dates of the changes? Well, the ability to file and suspend is eliminated 180 days after the bill being signed. So effectively May 2nd, 2016. But between now and May, those who are at full retirement age can use this strategy. If someone has already filed and suspended with a family member claiming on their record, will this benefit be terminated? The answer is no. There has definitely been some confusion around this. Earlier versions of the law were suggesting that they would also be impacted. This has been cleaned up, and those folks are now officially grandfathered. How does the Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015 impact planning for survivors' benefits? Well, it doesn't appear to impact survivor planning. What we're seeing here is, or we believe this to be the case, because the deemed rules don't apply to surviving spouses. In any event, use caution. What about divorced people, specifically divorced women who generally are not considered among the wealthy taking advantage of loopholes? Unfortunately, if they will turn 62 in 2016 or later, they will not be able to file a restricted application for divorced spouse benefits. Now, how did this all come about? Over the past year, there have been many rumblings about wealthy people taking advantage of certain so-called loopholes to get more out of Social Security or the Social Security system. Larry Kotlikoff's book titled Get What's Yours, The Secrets to Maximizing Social Security Benefits, or Social Security, seems to have increased attention and negative outcomes for everyone. Alicia Muniel wrote an article in May of 2015 titled, Let's Close Down Social Security Gaming. Alicia Muniel, by the way, is the director of the Center for Retirement Research at Boston College. It is her mission to produce policy-relevant research on Social Security and retirement income issues. Effectively, she has much clout in this area. Let's walk through 3 examples. Jack and Jill are both 64. Jack's primary insurance amount is $2,600 and Jill's primary insurance is $800. Jill files for her benefit and is receiving 87% of $800 or $696. In 2 years, Jack files a restricted application for his spousal benefit and receives 50% of Jill's primary insurance amount, or $400, from age 66 to 70. At age 70, he switches to his own maximum benefit. The new law does not affect this strategy because Jack is older than 62 now, and Jill is receiving her benefit. That is, she has not suspended it. The main reason that Jack would want to file in this fashion is because he'll receive an 8% increase in his benefit by postponing. They're called delayed credits, 8% per year, so he'll receive an additional 32%. And then again, the surviving spouse will end up with a higher paycheck during the surviving spouse's remaining lifetime. Example 2. Tom and Tracy are both 64. They are both high earners with primary insurance amounts of $2,600. In 2 years, Tracy will be 66 and eligible to file a restricted application for her spousal benefit. However, Tom wants to delay his benefit to age 70. The effective date for the ban on file and suspend is already passed. Either Tom will have to take his own benefit and forego 4 years of delayed credits in order to give Tracy the spousal benefit, or Tracy will have to forego 4 years of spousal benefits in order to give Tom his maximum delayed credits. One thing I should point out is the Social Security planning software, everybody is in the midst of reworking their software to figure out how to support people in determining the maximum filing strategies going forward with all these changes in place. Example number 3. Sam and Sarah are both 61. They are both high earners with primary insurance amounts of $2,600 each. Prior to the new law, we would have recommended that they both file for their own respective benefits at age 70, with Sam filing and suspending at 66 and Sarah filing a restricted application for her spousal benefit at 66. This would give them $62,400 in spousal benefits from age 66 to 70, and allow them each to increase their own retirement benefit by 32% compared to taking it at their full retirement age. However, once the budget bill became law, this strategy is no longer allowed. The spousal benefit will not be available because Sarah will be subject to deemed filing when she files at 66. She'll be forced to take her own higher benefit. File and suspend will not be available because Sam turned 62 after 2015. But this would be a moot point because Sarah can't take spousal benefit anyway. What boomers need to know. Well, will Social Security be there for you? Well, you've been told for years the system is going broke, but now it's almost your turn to collect. Is that really true? We believe it's going to be there for you, and some of these changes are going to help have that happen. Yet, you're still going to be asking, when should you apply for Social Security? And you know that because of this change in the law, that's all up in the air. There may still be ways to maximize your Social Security benefits, and as the software gets revised, we will be able to figure out how to best tune those numbers to your advantage. What you now need to really hyper-focus on is Social Security in the context of your other assets, your other income sources, pensions, IRAs, 401ks, the forced required minimum distributions at age 70 and a half, your investment portfolio, work. Maybe you have other passive income sources. Nonetheless, by focusing on these and other planning strategies, we may be able to support you in reducing or even eliminating income taxes during your retirement. It's not time to give up. It's time to double down and focus more. These are definitely some questions you have, and we can help. We would be glad to help you consider each of these questions individually and help you come up with a plan for your personal situation. Once again, Social Security is too important for guesswork. Let us help you protect your nest egg and maximize your income in retirement. To schedule your Savvy Social Security Strategy session, please call Mary Lee at 408-459-8383 or email me directly. That's rick.lock@calrima.com, rick.loek@calrima.com. Again, thank you for your time. We'll talk soon.